Welcome back to the Film Cynics on C-FAX 1070. My name is Steve Johnson. I'm joined by Brian Dukowich, and we are having a battle of the box sets today. We've gone through, there's a lot of movies in each one of these. We've done the Oliver Stone set, the Coen brothers, Terry Gilliam, and we've given them all, fairly warm reviews. I think so far Terry Gilliam is top dog out of here.
Coming out of the tops with his collection of films.
Except now we got something special, and we don't have the use of visual aids, I suppose, because this is radio, but tin box that I'm bashing with my pen here of Elf, special Christmas release from our friends at Alliance. This came out a couple weeks ago, actually, and we've been pretty bogged down with all this stuff, but I figured it was a great opportunity to bring it into this battle of the box sets. Even though it's one film, this is quite a set of stuff that comes with it.
And it's actually the only one that came in a true box with a lid on it.
Yes.
So,
yeah,
kudos to Elf for coming out with a box.
It's a nice set. It's got Will Ferrell on both sides. On the top, it says the best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. It's got a whole bunch of stuff in it, including a Buddy the Elf stocking. It's got a Elf Christmas ornament. It's got some address labels with funny stuff from Will Ferrell on it. It's also got a magnetic picture frame that is actually already on my magnet board at home. Plus, as if that wasn't enough, it has a double disc version of the film.
Oh, there's actually a movie and all that.
There is a movie to go with it. It's a 2-disc, and it's just like the original Infinifilm release. So it's got all kinds of features on it, all kinds of making of. I mentioned Infinifilm. This was this thing that they were trying to do with the release. It was supposed to be a new way to get more in depth with all of the making of stuff. Whatever. It was just a name that went with it. However, there really was a lot of good gear that came along with it. So lots of making ofs, deleted scenes, all kinds of good stuff in there. And so that's included with this release as well. So it's not pared down. Wonderful set and great movie just in time for Christmas.
Yeah, it's kind of funny we're talking about Christmas movies already, but it's kind of got that feeling already when you go out.
Time.
Especially when you go into like certain coffee shops.
Or certain giant box stores.
And they're selling their like pumpkin spice lattes. And you're like, oh, God, here we go, November 6th.
Well, it's supposed to be Thanksgiving. Well, we all see right through that. It's if they could do turkey lattes, they would. They're doing pumpkin lattes. That's Christmas time.
So, yeah, it's getting into the Christmas spirit already. And Elf has become one of my new Christmas classics.
Yeah.
It's been out for like 7 years now, so it's not that new. But it's one of those movies that I don't really quite feel that it's Christmas until I've watched it. It's on that list of movies.
I almost watched it this weekend just because I wanted to break it out. I was just so excited.
Yeah, but you're going to hold off till Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to hold off till Christmas.
Not till Christmas Day. Maybe Christmas season.
Christmas season, like
the week before.
December 10th on is open game for Christmas movies.
Fair enough.
I just made a rule.
All right, there we go. Stamped it.
But yeah, it's one of those. It's such a great Christmas movie. Will Ferrell's so funny and charming and lovable in it. Like you can't help but like Buddy the Elf.
Yes.
And James Caan is pretty decent at his grumpy old man father thing. And yeah, it's just one of those things. I'm really glad that they came out not as the set because I get to have your copy. So I actually got to get a copy. But my concern is we're talking about saving space with box sets.
Yes.
And they give us 7 or 6 Terry Gilliam's movie in a half the size box of the one movie that Will Ferrell's Elf came in.
Yeah, but this is...
What do you do with this tin?
Oh, man, I always love when they come out with tins for stuff because I can find all kinds of great things to put in there.
Like whether all your Lego and...
Yeah, Legos or candy or tea bags or I don't know what. So I like having these tins. You don't get enough stuff that's actually in metal anymore. It's always in like throwaway plastic that you don't want anything to do with. This is a nice touch. It is big and kind of strange sized as far as going on your shelf. But, I mean, this is something they can, I don't know.
So you're going to repurpose the tin.
Because it doesn't have a barcode or anything on it, and because it is definitely Christmas themed, this can go on some kind of Christmas display somewhere and you can put your shortbread cookies or something in it. It is sizable. It's what I'd say. It's what 2.5 by 6.
So you wouldn't be using this on your shelf. This is going into a.
It'll go somewhere. I'm not sure.
You're gonna fill it full of food, probably.
Probably.
You keep saying cookies and candy.
Yeah, well, yeah. This is a radio show.
Pennies.
Yeah, I don't know if I would be able to carry it if it was full of pennies. It would be pretty heavy.
It wouldn't be that heavy. It'd be like 4 pounds.
4 pounds. So yeah,
give it a variety.
A nice set. It's retails for $26 from our friends at Alliance, and I mean it's. I think as far as Christmas movies, yeah, it's not my favorite. My favorite is Bad Santa.
Of course, that's something weird.
But this is
just be a normal Christmas movie, could it, Steve?
Bad Santa is not weird. There's a Santa Claus.
It's not
in it.
appropriate for the holiday seasons.
It's still.
I know you're going to pick that or Lethal Weapon or
no. Now listen,
Die Hard or whatever.
If we've come up with a system from all the things that we've done over the years, we came up with a system and agreed that a Christmas movie is a movie in which the protagonist has a change of heart or change of spirit.
We're not getting into
thanks
that
to the Christmas season.
Yes,
and that's the deal. And so that happens in Bad Santa.
Yes,
that definitely happens in Elf. But so no, Die Hard is not a Christmas film, even though it takes place at Christmas, because nobody goes through any change of heart because they get the Christmas spirit fills in their heart and makes them feel better.
Okay, fair enough. The one thing I also loved about this movie is that it was filmed in Vancouver.
Yes.
A lot of the interiors.
A lot of it was also filmed in New York City. But
the interior, especially the department store, is actually the Bay Center downtown.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so if you go down to the Bay Center at Christmas time and in downtown on Georgia and Granville there, kind of feels like you're in the movie Elf.
That's weird. I figured if they were going to do Gimbals, they would be at Gimbals. They got Gimbals because they couldn't do Macy's. And
no, they did it in Vancouver. Anyways, it's kind of cool because when you watch the movie, you can kind of see it. And I'm kind of like, that's awesome.
All right. Well, okay. So that out of all 4 sets, what are we saying? My winner. I'm giving it to Elf.
What?
It's for the price and for the stuff that you get in it.
The stuff you get in it is a stocking, an ornament, some picture frames, and some stickers. Is all throwaway.
There is nothing that is missing. There's nothing in this set that I feel is missing from this set.
Because there's only one movie. Of course.
It delivers what it promises.
The winner, in my eyes, is the Terry Gilliam box set.
Very
Not only
nice.
because I get to keep it, but because it does contain 6 of his good movies.
It's a great set. There's no doubt about it.
There's not a lot of filler in it. Maybe the Brothers Grimm, people would kind of be like, it doesn't need to be there. They could have found something better to put in. But even then, not that bad. So the Terry Gilliam set is well worth the money. You get 6 films for $32 or whatever.
All right. They all, in fact, in my book, they're all keepers as far as I'm concerned, all these sets that we went through. Great collection. I mean, one thing I was thinking about Oliver Stone, just to sort of sum up, is Warner really does a great job with their Blu-ray. They take that stuff very seriously, and they've done a great job with this set, even though there's only 3 films in there. All right. Okay, well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we got titles to break out of the vault. Stay with us.